Don't know about where you are, but down here in Texas, spring is in the air. Warmer weather, suntans, less clothes to cover the body, which brings cellulite concerns. In our line of work of body contouring, springtime has meant worries about dimples on thighs, buttocks, hips, arms, and tummies. And cellulite season for us runs all the way from spring through the end of the summer. But cellulite's a tricky issue, mainly because it has multiple causes, 4 to be exact. And any cellulite treatment you perform to be effective must address all 4 of them. Problem is, many don't. So today we're going to tell you which treatments do and are great for cellulite reduction, and we'll dive pretty deep into those 4 causes of cellulite. We even have a surprise for you at the end, a quiz to test your cellulite knowledge, and you'll learn a lot from it too. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this one.
You're listening to the Body Contouring Academy's Proven Profits podcast, where you'll learn simple, actionable strategies from real-world, successful body contouring professionals to help you generate more revenue, realize the profits you want, and create the life you desire. Hi, I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kay.
And we're your hosts of the Proven Profits podcast.
Hi there, and welcome to all of you body contouring professionals. Kay here. Thank you for being here too. Between 80 and 90% of women experience cellulite. That's a lot, and it's a lifelong problem that starts at puberty and it extends beyond menopause. It's a problem that has lifelong negative impact on the lives of so many women. That's why, as body contouring professionals, we need good treatment options to help them. Women hate cellulite, and they're willing to invest their time and their hard-earned dollars to reduce it. But we need to start by just saying it bluntly. Cellulite is darn hard to treat, but we can treat it. We can really smooth out the appearance of cellulite and make our clients happy if we use the right treatments, the right technologies, or the right combinations of technologies. Now, before we get going, don't forget we have our cellulite quiz at the end, and it should be really fun. But before the quiz, like we said earlier, we're going to dive pretty deep into each of the 4 causes of cellulite so you understand why you need a treatment that addresses each one of them. Right now, though, we have an overview of how cellulite develops that'll help you follow when we start breaking down the 4 causes of cellulite in detail. Now, as you listen, get a visual image of what we're describing. We have normal anatomy. Everyone has fat located under their skin, called subcutaneous fat. Now, this subcutaneous fat, it doesn't lie in just like a single smooth layer. Those fat cells lie bundled together with multiple cells of what we call fat clumps. There is also connective tissue in that space called septa, and that septa forms columns of fibrous bands around the clumps of the fat cells. Now, these fibrous bands they run horizontally between the skin and the muscle, and they connect the skin to the muscle. So they're running perpendicular to those top layers of skin and connecting that skin to the underlying muscle. And just get that visual image of that skin, those fibrous bands like columns, and then the muscle underneath, and those clumps of fat cells in between all of that. That's normal anatomy. Now, there's anatomical changes that actually lead to the changes in cellulite. So what causes the dimples? Well, as the skin weakens or becomes damaged or malnourished, which we're going to talk about in detail being cause 1, the skin can't withstand the pull of each of those fibrous bands, those columns. And that pulling on the skin down towards the muscle, well, that's what creates that dimpling appearance in the skin. So what causes the bulges? Well, the bulges happen when excess fluids collect within that space, slowing down the blood and lymphatic circulation, which is cause 2. We'll get into the details later. This excess fluid that's there, something's got to happen with it, right? So it's absorbed by those fat cells, which will swell and enlarge from that fluid, and they become bigger, and they create that bulging up in the skin or the peak in between the dimples. This is cause 3. Now, the bulges and dimples, they only become worse and more pronounced as those fibrous bands, those columns between connecting the skin to the muscle, become really rigid and hard, and that just makes it even worse. So you kind of get that visual image, right? And you can kind of see how what's happening underneath the skin creates the appearance on the skin. So the 4 causes of cellulite: weakened skin cells caused by weakened blood vessels, excess fluids and toxins, fat cells that swell and enlarge, and stiff fibrous bands, that connective tissue. Now, there's no real consensus with the experts of the exact order of these changes that form cellulite, but most generally agree on this order that we're going to discuss. That being said, all of the changes happen so closely together that it's really difficult to ascertain the exact order. So, cause 1, weakened blood vessels, collagen loss, skin deterioration. What happens is estrogen causes thinner, weaker blood vessels, and this only worsens over time. These weakened blood vessels, they can't adequately nourish skin cells, so the skin becomes thinner and weaker as time goes on. And this results in collagen loss and elastin loss and all of this because the nourishment just isn't there. So the structural changes also happen in the skin's fibrous bands, which are made of collagen, and that also leads to the lumpiness and dimpling and making it more apparent. Cause 2, fluid buildup, toxin, and accumulation. So the fluids, when these blood vessels and lymphatic vessels are not moving like they should because they're weakened and damaged, fluid seeps out into that interstitial space, into the space where the subcutaneous fat is, and the lymphatic system just cannot keep up with the pace and remove these excess fluids. So as a result of the lymphatic insufficiency, these excess fluids are just accumulating in that space. Cause 3, the fat cells swell and enlarge. So because of that excess fluids, the fat cells in the area absorb them and enlarge. They can enlarge up to 2.5 times their original size. Now remember, and we're not dealing with single fat cells, we're dealing with clumps of swollen fat cells, and they're crowding now because they're expanding bigger than they should, so they're crowding the blood vessels, which restricts blood flow even further. So these enlarged, crowded fat cells produce that peak or that bulge in that dimpled appearance of the cellulite. And finally, the 4th cause, the fibrous bands become damaged and rigid. So the fibrous bands are composed of connective tissue, collagen, and they attach that skin to the muscle. You remember that. Well, when they become damaged, and they become damaged by these excess fluids, they become super hard and rigid, and they pull downwards tightly on the skin. And this produces that valley or that dimple of that cellulite dimpling appearance. So this all sounds really bad. It's so bad, and it is. As body contouring professionals, we can help though, and we should help. How do you help? By getting your body contouring certification in the best cellulite treatments, ones that address all 4 causes of cellulite. And we have 2 non-invasive body contouring treatments that we're going to talk about today that address all 4 causes of that cellulite. But before we unveil the best cellulite treatments, Shannon has a brief message for us.
Ready to start your own body contouring business? Or add in-demand body contouring services to your current business? We've created online courses to make it easy, without a huge investment, time-consuming research, or taking dangerous risks. Our online certification courses lay out complete roadmaps for implementing the most popular and affordable body contouring devices on the market. Each course is complete with an explanation of technologies, method of action, step-by-step treatment protocols, downloadable forms, and more. After completing each course, you'll have the knowledge to deliver desired results and generate maximum revenue. Become a body contouring expert. Visit bodycontouringacademy.com, click on the certification courses from the menu, and discover the courses that can transform your business today.
Hands down, the 2 best non-invasive body contouring treatments for cellulite are vacuum therapy cellulite reduction treatments. They're tailor-made solutions for cellulite. They super effectively address all 4 causes of cellulite. Or 6-in-1 cellulite reduction treatments, which incorporate a combination of technologies, cavitation, radiofrequency, and vacuum, that address all 4 causes of the cellulite. So now you know the 2 treatments. Let's go over the 2 certification courses so you can decide what you want to get certified in. And remember, both of these courses address all of the causes of cellulite. They address weakened skin cells and blood vessels. What they do is improve circulation, stimulate collagen production, thereby smoothing and firming the skin. They address the excess fluids and toxins because they increase lymphatic flow and they increase blood circulation, and that helps smooth and slim. They address the enlarged fat cells. They reduce and metabolize and break down the fat. And they address the rigid fibrous bands. They loosen the fibrous bands, which smooths the skin and reduces dimples and lumps. So, what are the courses? Have you guessed? Well, first up, the Vacuum Therapy 4-in-1 Masterclass, the Comprehensive Blueprint. It's a single technology combination treatment course because it not only reduces cellulite and has an awesome cellulite reduction treatment, but vacuum therapy can also reduce fat and do that awesome buttocks enhancements like the non-surgical BBL. So it's going to include protocols and certification for your cellulite treatments, but also for fat reduction treatments and total body detox treatments, in addition to the butt lift, non-surgical butt lift treatment. And we'll leave a link in our show notes so you can get more course details. Next up, the other course, the Body Contouring 6-in-1 certification in the Body Contouring 6-in-1 Masterclass. Now, this is a multi-technology combination course with cellulite reduction. In addition, you get skin tightening, fat reduction, and as well. So you're going to get everything you need for an awesome cellulite treatment. In addition, you're going to get fat reduction treatments, skin tightening treatments, and stretch mark reduction treatments. And we'll leave a link in our show notes so you can get more course details for that treatment too. Okay, so now you have the 4 causes. You have the 2 treatments from which to choose, and you have the 2 courses to get certified in those cellulite treatments. Ready for fun? Ready to test your cellulite knowledge? This is going to be fun because you're really not on the spot. We have the answers for you. So test your knowledge. This is true or false. Number 1, only overweight women develop cellulite. Slender women and normal weight women, they don't get cellulite. The answer is false, because remember the 4 causes of cellulite. None of them report that it's due to being overweight or having too much fat. Slim and normal women are just as likely to suffer from cellulite. Number 2, compression style clothing reduces cellulite. Well, the answer to that is false. Wearing compression style clothing may provide temporary smoothing, but in actuality, it may also cause the cellulite condition to worsen, because any garment that reduces blood flow and circulation also restricts blood and lymphatic circulation, which contribute to the development of or worsening of the cellulite condition. Number 3, men don't get cellulite. It's not fair. Only women suffer from cellulite. The answer is mostly true, and this is only mostly true because it is possible for men to develop cellulite, and a few do. But the reason it's in women is because collagen in women has that vertical up and down shape. Remember how we were talking about like pillars connecting the skin down to the muscle? Well, that just makes it so easy for those fat cells to push up between each of those fibrous bands towards the skin and produce the bulges. Now, the collagen fibrous bands in men, well, they're different. They're crisscrossed. So they form like a net, which allows a very small area for fat to push upwards. It's like a net or a matrix, and that keeps those fat cells in place. Number 4, it's not your fault if you suffer from cellulite because it's in your genes. And the answer is true. Cellulite has a strong genetic component. There's even a genetic test, did you know that? To determine if you carry the genetic variant that puts you at a higher risk than normal of developing moderate to severe cellulite. But you know, the expense of that test is probably not necessary because all you need to do is ask your mom and your grandmothers. Number 5, you can treat cellulite with liposuction. Answer is false. Liposuction removes fat, but it does nothing to address the other causes of cellulite, and it's not a good cellulite treatment. Number 6, topical solutions like creams and oils, they can reverse cellulite. And the answer is false. Now, the ingredients in some of these products do help with some of those, and they do address some of those cellulite causes. They can provide skin nourishment or boost circulation. So these products are really great for home use while your client undergoes treatment, but they don't on their own address all 4 causes of cellulite. And finally, you can cure cellulite after you get your certification in the best cellulite treatments. Answer, false. As of now, modern medicine has no cure for cellulite. Even the best cellulite treatments, those that address all 4 causes, they're short-term solutions to improve the appearance of cellulite. So you're asking, how short-term? Well, that depends on your client, her lifestyle, her age, her condition, etc. But on average, probably about 6 months or so, your clients can keep the improvement with maintenance treatments. So a maintenance plan is extremely important for your cellulite treatment patients. Well, we had a good time today. Hope you did too. And we hope you learned a whole lot about cellulite and how to treat it, what treatments to use, and how to get certified, and everything you're going to need to address to really help your client. Well, until next time, beautiful wishes.
If you enjoyed the show, please find us on iTunes and leave us a review. Email us at bodycontouringacademy.com with any feedback, topic suggestions, or to offer to tell your body contouring success story. We love to hear success stories and learn about winning strategies. Visit bodycontouringacademy.com for tools, education, industry news, and cutting-edge articles. Thanks so much for listening, and have a great rest of your week.